I think this is remarkable. I mean, we always knew they were on, they were getting benefits from the federal government, but when you see the breakdown of the billions of dollars that they've been getting.
I don't like clowns.
There are also reports that the IRS will lay off as many as 15,000 employees as the White House continues to slash spending across the government, but it's not clear how widespread IRS layoffs will affect the tax season, which officials expect to see more than 140 million returns.
You're fired. Get out of here.
And of all the pressing challenges that the nations represented here face, I believe there is nothing more urgent than mass migration. The number of immigrants who entered the EU from non-EU countries doubled between 2021 and 2022 alone, and of course it's gotten much higher since. And we know this situation, it didn't materialize in a vacuum. It's the result of a series of conscious decisions made by politicians all over the continent and others across the world over the span of a decade.
Follow the money.
They sold you out. You know that.
In just 48 hours, DOGE slashed a whopping $370 million in taxpayer dollars being spent on DEI at the Department of Education. You know, why DEI just seems to be such a big theme of where they're seeing so much money being spent or being wasted.
They fit together.
Peter, how much have taxpayers saved because of all this work on the part of DOGE?
So far in the neighborhood of $50 billion, Sandra, and officials here are claiming that things are about to get much bigger if they can make some major changes, because they are saying that the first look at the Treasury Department has revealed that $4.7 trillion worth of payments at Treasury went out the door without a Treasury account symbol, which is similar to a billing code. And that means that $4.7 trillion is basically untraceable.
You're looking at somehow some of these bureaucrats from D.C. that have never left, but then make hundreds of thousands of dollars and are somehow worth tens of millions of dollars, close to 100 million in certain circumstances. Do we believe that there's a chance that they could be funneling these to NGOs with interest? Yes, we know that happens.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Corruption's up. Chaos is up, and yes, prices are up for Americans. And that's why we are standing up against this effort to basically put their tax cuts for billionaires on the backs of working people, whether it's Social Security or whether it is prescription drugs or whether it is housing or child care.
The acting head of the Social Security Administration is leaving after a disagreement with DOGE engineers about access to sensitive taxpayer information. She had been the acting SSA administrator since January 21st, one day into Trump's term.
Thieves, criminals, and foreigners.
Thanks for having me, John. Great to see you.
So the Democrats, as we know, have got their hair on fire complaining about DOGE and cost cutting. But if we go back in history, Barack Obama announced something very similar back in 2011. And then if you go all the way back to 1993, remember when Al Gore and Bill Clinton said this.
This report tells us how to cut waste, cut red tape, streamline the bureaucracy, change procurement rules, change the personnel rules, and create a government that works better and costs less.
In the movies, I fought against make-believe evil. But we're at a time in our history where we're fighting against real evil. So I beg you, please, don't go to the orange side.
So what makes us love cinema so much that we're all gathered here to celebrate tonight? For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely. They create immersive cinematic landscapes that feel alive, whether they're set here in London.
If you're the Democrats, that's why Stephen A. Smith is in the news. Because y'all don't have anybody. You don't have anybody. Who you got? Who you got? Kamala Harris better not run. She better not run. I'm not in the news because I'm here. I'm in the news because the Democratic Party is here. Damn it, lower than that. Down at the bottom. They suck right now.
The Democrats have chosen to support the bureaucrats and the spending porn over the American taxpayer, just like they support illegal immigration over the rule of law, just like they support transgender athletes over women's sports, just like they support Hamas terrorists over Israel. All Democrats are not like this, but the party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty block. I know these people. They think women, they think men can breastfeed. They're triggered by race. They cry if you use the wrong pronoun. And most fair-minded Americans look at this and they go, these people are about 10 exits past normal. And that's what's killing the Democrats right now.
They, them, energy. They, them, energy. Androgynous outfits. This is a sweet and friendly reminder that you are safe here. Show off your binder.
President Trump's executive order bars illegal aliens from receiving federally funded benefits to the total of $177 billion. And here's a little breakdown for you. It includes $59 billion for Obamacare premium tax credits, $43 billion for the earned income tax credit and the child tax credit, $40 billion for Medicaid and Children's Health Insurance Program, $15 billion for food stamps, $13 billion for children nutrition programs, and $4 billion for the supplemental security income. A lot of acronyms for you this morning.
I think this is remarkable. I mean, we always knew they were on. They were getting benefits from the federal government, but when you see the breakdown of the billions of dollars that they've been getting.
The Trump administration, when they signed this executive order, said, my administration will uphold the rule of law, defend against the waste of the hard-earned taxpayer resources, and protect benefits for American citizens in need. They talk about those with disabilities and our veterans.
The law says that you have to stop at that first country that offers asylum. A lot of them were just coming straight to America and not going through the process. But apparently the number that is quoted is $450 billion.
Elon Musk is proposing essentially giving money to Americans based on what DOGE is finding. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I love it. A 20% dividend, so to speak, for the money that we're saving by going after the waste, and fraud, and abuse, and all of the other things that are happening. I think it's a great idea.
How much money do you think could
Very a lot. I mean, if it's 20%, would give back a lot of money to the taxpayer. And also would give an incentive for the taxpayer to go out and report things to us where we could save money.
If we don't solve the deficit, there won't be money for medical care. There won't be money for Social Security. We either solve the deficit or all we'll be doing is paying debt. There's a lot of rich people out there. They should be caring more about the country. Because the reason they should be caring more about the country is if America falls, what do you think is going to happen to your business? What do you think? Do you think you're going to be okay if the ship of America sinks? Of course not. Like, what I'm doing here, what the president's doing, is it's just long-term thinking. The ship of America must be strong. The ship of America cannot sink. If it sinks, we all sink with it.
Protect against the ship sinking?
Makes sense.
It's common sense stuff.
Deportations have begun.
The only ones that should be deported are the white people because no white people actually belong in this country.
So where are you going?
This is a public service announcement. They, them, energy! They, them, energy!
Walter.
You need to eat your food.
It is a messed up world.